All right, guys, so I couldn't wait to talk to you guys about this clip that I'm about to play and narrate. Let's see if we can keep this under 8 or 9 minutes. Before I play it, guys, I listen to a lot of, from the age of 30 to 40, or 40, from the age of from the age of 30 to 40, I probably listen to about 5 or 6 hours every single day of Bobby Hemmitt. And it was a lifesaver, let me tell you. Can you imagine listening to somebody like Bobby Hemmitt for a decade, 5 to 6 hours every day instead of watching television? Somebody telling you that you're a god for a whole decade and you're taking that into your subconscious mind. Can you imagine what kind of person that will create? Never mind what it looks like on the outside, because it's about the inside of an individual, not the facade. So a lot of stuff you guys hear me talk about comes from Bobby Hemmitt. It was a very pivotal point in my life, age 30 to 40. I mean, now that I look back, it was a live or die type of situation. It was like two roads. I had one road that led down to knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. The other road led down to a certain death. And you guys know which road I chose. And I had to choose that road, and I didn't care about who made fun of me or who thought what, or I wasn't driving this kind of car, or I wasn't doing this or doing that. That's the road that I chose. I chose the path of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Let's go ahead and play this clip, guys, and then I got a few words to say after it. It's about Bobby Hemmitt. What does Bobby Hemmitt say about talking to yourself? Because I spent a lot of time alone, but let's go ahead and play it.
Real world, Eden or heaven, started becoming dim. At one time, the physical world was dim, which is an illusion. And as you fell, the physical world became more visible, and you started depending on these two eyes, which is a cheat, and the spiritual world became invisible. And you get that in dreams now. That's the key. You get it in the dream world, and you get it in what you call visions. But you also get it every day in your thoughts. You get the most miraculous shit. You ever walk over there and have a thought, you be like, wow. Right. But you've been taught that don't listen to your thoughts, because that's all fucked up. And don't talk to yourself.
You can also read minds.
Yeah, you can read it. Don't talk to yourself. Start back talking to yourself. Because the physical doesn't exist. It's only a slowed down vibratory. The real self is on the inside. So when you talk to yourself, you're becoming more and more unconscious in identifying with that true self, which is yourself. So this fact that you don't talk to yourself. But every time you get by yourself, you talk by your damn self. Yeah. Somebody come in the damn room, what you do? I was singing. Why do you talk to yourself? You know what I'm saying? You be walking down the street, I'm going to take care of this shit right now. That's right. I'm going to take care of this shit right now. Well, wait till I get there. Who the hell are you talking to? But you drumming up enough energy now, because you're really talking to yourself. Because you don't give a damn who hears you. You're going to take care of this shit right now. That's what you're really doing. So they tell you to stay away from the darkness. In Isaiah, what was it? What I said it was the last time. Hold on, get my notes. I gave it to you the last time. Huh? Isaiah. I got it. Hold on, I got it. What did I tell you? I'll give you the treasures of darkness. Isaiah 45, chapter 3. And I will give you the treasures of darkness. Isaiah 45, chapter 3.
All right, guys. So y'all heard it. Y'all heard it. Bobby Hemmitt say you should talk to yourself. This is why I'm so glad that I had him for a teacher. If you spend a lot of time alone, I would say you have to talk to yourself a little bit. We know most people try to put a lot of noise in their head. You know, I told you guys I've observed people who can't really think for themselves. They just go from one noise to another. type of people that use people for flying monkeys. If they're not talking to one flying monkey on the phone, they'll hang up with that one and go call another flying monkey. Anything but to avoid the space between their ears. They'll put on some, and then if they can't reach out to a flying monkey, they turn on the music real loud, disturbing other people's peace who like to think, right? These type of people, they can't think for themselves. And see, the whole thing about not being able to be alone to yourself and talk to yourself a little bit and stuff like that is that when you don't have self-reflection, then you won't have accountability. How can you have accountability if you don't self-reflect? The two go hand in hand. Accountability is self-reflection. You have to self-reflect in order to hold yourself accountable to anything. So, that being said, the kind of things that I talk, what are the things that I talk to myself about? I might be like, I might say something like, man, that woman looks good, or like, oh my gosh, she looks so. The same thing, like when I do my narrations, I think I did a narration. I might say something like, me and that girl, we look so good together, or she's so nice, or she's, she'd be perfect, or that girl really makes me laugh. I can't believe how much we go together. I can't. We're so. I said, man, that girl, she's just like me. Say, man, we make a good couple. We like perfect for each other. Or I might say something like, all right, Monday I got to do this, Tuesday I got to do that, Wednesday, so then when I do this on Wednesday, then I can get this done. I talk to myself in phases of either I'm talking about some woman that I want to be around, or I'm talking about my business, about how I need to put things together to make things go right. Because it's a lot of distractions out here. You actually have to talk things out sometimes just to make sure that things go right. But just to close it out, guys, I spent a lot of time alone growing up. I told you guys that I probably only spoke about 1/4 of the words that people have spoken out here. And the thing that scares me is I spent so much time alone that I've started to love it. Especially when everybody that seem to come in your life end up screwing you over or screwing up somehow, or you find yourself babysitting. I like a lot of alone time. I've come to love it. And then every time somebody come in my life, next thing you know, I hear somebody talking about I had to learn a lesson. Okay, so for me not to have to learn no more lessons, let me just kick everybody out of my life. I don't need nothing, no other person. I mean, so that way, any lessons I have to learn, I'm the only one who has to hold my own self accountable. Because that way, I know ain't shit getting fucked up if I deal just with myself. You start adding other people in the mix, things start happening. Next thing you know, somebody talking about, well, you have to learn a lesson. Seems like if I don't be around nobody, I won't have to learn no lessons. It's like these people are just walking around just they're like don't let me go off into a tangent again. They're like liabilities. People are like liabilities, man. Come around, they just start screwing things up. Things start getting screwed up. When I'm to myself, things ain't getting screwed up. Things are going accordingly to plan. You see? But anyway, just to close it out, guys. So that's what Bobby Hemmitt has to say about talking to yourself. Yeah, I mean, I definitely recommend it. That's all I can say.